should put one more. Yeah, that'll be perfect, I think. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, we got a letter here from Leanne Fitch, copy to the New Brunswick Police Commission, Part 2. But this is stating a complaint, conclusion of complaint by Charles LeBlanc against Frederic the Bird Oiseau. It said that Monsieur Martin Godet completed his investigation into the above complaint. I put a complaint that he touched my balls. That's when he grabbed me in 2012. This was about 5 years ago. A review was conducted of the video sexual recording provided Mr. LeBlanc, which revealed there was no evidence to support any allegation of sexual assault. Although Mr. LeBlanc can be here asking Constable the Bird Oiseau why he touched his private part, there is no indication of physical contact between Monsieur LeBlanc and Constable Fred the Bird Oiseau. And why? I wonder where I got the bird from. Anyway, from what this thing here, video illustrated that Monsieur Leblanc was standing while straddling his bicycle, I don't know what that means, when Constable Oiseau approached him and issued a ticket. What's that?
So straddling, that you were...
was I playing myself with the handlebar?
No,
or with the frame? What?
Well, maybe with the frame, because basically when you straddle, you're not pedaling, but you've got both feet on the ground and you have a bike in between those both feet.
Despite several attempts by Deputy Chief, this is interesting, by Deputy Chief Cadet to meet with Mr. LeBlanc to discuss this matter and flush out more details. Flush out more detail, flush, just like Cuba, what do they call it? Guanato Bay, the water thing, what do they call it? Waterboard. Mr. LeBlanc failed to show any interest in meeting with Deputy Chief Cadet. On May 30th, Mr. LeBlanc provided a letter to advise he was withdrawing his complaint with the Fredericton Police against Constable Frederic the Bird Oiseau. LeBlanc never provided a response when asked why he was withdrawing his complaint. As a result of the above information, this matter will be concluded and no further action required. Now, I didn't know we met with Martin Cadet.
Well, together we met with him, what, 2 months ago? I mean...
Maybe longer.
Maybe longer. Us old fellows, I mean, time goes by so quick. 2 months could be 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. But we met with him.
But just before we go on, D'Entremont is going to be impressed with you.
D'Entremont?
Yes.
Why?
Because you did Oiseau bilingual. You said Oiseau, and you gave the translation, the bird.
Somebody told me that on the street. How come I don't call him the bird? But the more, anyway, he was at the film co-op festival. Anyway, never mind that. We're getting distracted. So, when I thought we met with Martin Godet, he wanted to thank me for withdrawing the complaint, or he wanted to say thank you very much. I could have went in a restaurant of my choice. But we met in front of the Victory Meat Market, and you were there.
So the question is, why was that left out of the summary report that they have given you? And ladies and gentlemen, I was present during this meeting, and I thought this meeting was very well done. The issues were talked about in detail, very diplomatic, a lot of diplomacy on both parties.
I stay calm.
When I walked away with Charles, I felt good about the meeting. And this is no criticism of the meeting. That fact still exists. The question is why, that final meeting was not mentioned in this letter.
What does it mean, flush out more information?
Well, flush out, you've got to understand communications, right? I mean, that's an adjective to really make a point like that. They're really trying to get to the thing, so they use a nice adjective like flush out. These guys, they study, various techniques of communications. I mean, even the writing style, In my opinion, that's a propaganda
Yeah.
rotting style. You know, they studied the the rules of persuasion. You know, I studied this stuff too, so that's why I can see through it. You know.
But to turn around and say, but why would I meet with them and discuss the issue when I have a lawsuit? That was before the lawsuit came final. That bitch. I mean that judge. That whatever.
But just for clarification, when that meeting with Martin Gadet, you and I, took place was after the lawsuit was resolved.
Was it? You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure you.
You sure about that?
You spoke to him after that was over, because prior to that you wouldn't talk about anything, or whether it was during the lawsuit itself.
So he touched my balls. I wouldn't make something up like that. If I did make up something like that, it would be just terrible on me to do that. I mean, they should shoot me. But again, they label me as a pedophile. They say I was exploiting children for sex.
Yeah,
they
well,
raided this place and they send me this. Am I supposed to say everything is forgotten?
Again, for clarification, they've never, verbally ever called you a pedophile. All that it was that letter. That letter.
I'm not going to hit you with this.
Well, I have to remain objective. Even though you're my buddy and whatnot, and I might get my health may be severely compromised in the next 30 seconds. The technicality was child sex exploitation.
That's worse.
Which is worse. So
they thought I was exploiting children for sex. They said it in a piece of paper.
Well,
that's why they raided this place. He says he live alone, he has no kids, therefore he has to be into child porn. He takes pictures.
They wanted to get information from your ISP
and they
provider.
did. Yeah.
And they couldn't have said we were investigating him for a defamatory libel, because the ISP would have said
they went fishing.
So what they did, they went with the sure thing. We'll say it's
with the cross there, a good moody Québécois Catholic. That's the bottom line.
Vraiment catholique ici.
T'es catholique?
Ah oui.
Tous les maudits Québécois sont catholiques.
J'aime ce gars-là.
Ouais, ça à la fin du compte, qu'est-ce que le bottom line ici?
Well, the bottom line is that you can have actual facts that you know are true from your experience. But a problem can happen on the evidentiary part, and this is what they did. They looked at the video. You may have made sounds, but from an evidentiary point, they didn't see that oomph was enough to substantiate that you were.
Not joking.
This is a general statement. It includes police, politicians, and everyone, right? When shit hits the fan, no one wants to take responsibility.
And this guy is the same Fred the Bird Wuzzle. It's the same guy that sent those 2 cops after me in November.
Oh,
so I could have took a stroke. I could have punched one of the cops very easily, and look what would have happened.
Yes, but you kept your cool. And
that was cool. Did you see the? What?
Oh, I seen the video. I seen the video.
Speak the truth. Never mind go in detail. Did you see the video?
I've seen the
video. Did I look like somebody that was calm?
You were in control, because if you were not, you would have kicked one of them in the nuts or elbowed them in the temple or whatnot under those circumstances, because you didn't know that they were police at that time.
I didn't know. No.
But
didn't have a clue.
But you took the high road. If you wouldn't have, if you would have just went just to the shoulder.
I did have him by the tie, but I didn't know who these people were. And anyone who wants to go to YouTube, write Edmundston Police, you'll see it. You know what I'm going to do with this? Here, hold this one. This goes with the rest. Okay.